If there's one trope that never gets old in K-dramas, it's definitely the enemies to lovers storyline. And let's be honest, there's just something incredibly satisfying about watching two people who can't stand each other slowly fall in love, because it's messy, it's emotional, and most of the time it's also really funny. And today we're diving into 6 romantic comedy K-dramas that perfectly capture that journey, from tension to affection, from arguments to heart-fluttering moments. And I want you to think about this while watching. Do you believe that love is stronger when it starts with conflict? Or do you prefer relationships that begin smoothly without all the drama? Love to Hate You. Let's start with Love to Hate You, starring Kim Ok-vin and Tae Yoo. And this drama really leans into the enemies to lovers concept in a fun and modern way. It follows a strong-willed female lawyer who refuses to lose to men and a top actor who doesn't trust women at all. So you can already imagine the chaos when these two are forced into a contract relationship. What I love about this drama is how bold the female lead is. She's not shy, she's not passive, and she challenges the male lead at every turn. And honestly, that's what makes their chemistry so entertaining. You're not just waiting for them to fall in love, you're enjoying the battle before it happens. Personally, I think this kind of dynamic makes the romance feel more earned. But what about you? Do you enjoy couples that constantly challenge each other? Or do you find it exhausting to watch Crash Course in Romance? Next, we have Crash Course in Romance, starring Jeon Do-yeon and Jung Kyung-ho, and this one gives us a slightly different take on enemies to lovers. It's not about outright hatred, but more about misunderstanding and clashing worlds. On one side, you have a hardworking mother doing everything she can for her daughter, and on the other side, a strict and emotionally distant math instructor. Their first impressions of each other are far from ideal, and that tension slowly builds into something deeper. What makes this drama stand out to me is how grounded it feels. The conflicts are realistic, and the romance grows in a way that feels natural. I think this is perfect for viewers who enjoy a more mature love story. So let me ask you, do you think misunderstandings make relationships more interesting, or do they just create unnecessary drama? Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, starring Shin Min-ae and Kim Son-ho, is one of those dramas that feels like a warm hug, but it still starts with a bit of friction between the leads. A city dentist moves to a small seaside village and meets a local man who seems perfect at everything, but lives a completely different lifestyle from hers. Their personalities clash, their values differ, and yet that's exactly what brings them closer over time. What I love here is how the romance develops alongside personal growth. It's not just about falling in love, it's about learning to understand each other's world. Personally, I think this drama shows that sometimes love isn't about finding someone similar, but someone who complements you. What do you think? Do opposites really attract, or is that just something dramas make us believe? Dr. Slump, 2024. Dr. Slump, starring Park Shin-hye and Park Hyung-sik, takes the enemies to lovers trope back to its roots with a classic rival storyline. These two were top students who competed against each other in school, constantly trying to outdo one another. Years later, they meet again at the lowest points in their lives. And that rivalry slowly turns into comfort and support. What makes this drama special is how it balances humor with serious themes like burnout and mental health. It reminds us that sometimes the person who understands you best is someone who has been through similar struggles. I personally think this is one of the most relatable setups on this list. But I'm curious, do you think rivalry can actually turn into love in real life? Or is that something that only works in fiction? Crash Landing on You. Now we have Crash Landing on You, starring Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin. And this is probably one of the most iconic K-drama romances of all time. While it's not a traditional enemies to lovers story, there's definitely an initial barrier between the characters because they come from completely different worlds, North and South Korea. Their first interactions are filled with tension, fear, and uncertainty. But as they spend more time together, that distance slowly turns into something incredibly emotional. What makes this drama so powerful is the stakes. This isn't just about pride or misunderstandings, it's about survival and impossible circumstances. Personally, I think this drama proves that love stories become more memorable when there's something bigger at risk. But what about you? Do you prefer grounded romances or ones with high-stakes situations like this? Our Beloved Summer 2021. Finally, we have Our Beloved Summer, starring Kim Da-mi and Choi Woo-shik. And this one gives us a slightly different angle because the characters are not exactly enemies at the beginning, but they become emotionally distant after a breakup. Years later, they're forced to reunite when their old documentary goes viral. What I love about this story is how realistic it feels. The tension isn't loud or dramatic, it's quiet, awkward, and filled with unresolved feelings. And I think that makes it even more relatable. Not all conflicts are explosive, sometimes they're just unspoken words and lingering emotions. Personally, this is the kind of romance that stays with you because it feels so real. So let me ask you, do you think ex-lovers can truly fall in love again? Or is it better to just move on? Looking at all these dramas, I think what makes the enemies to lovers trope so addictive is the emotional journey. Because you're not just watching people fall in love, you're watching them change, grow, and slowly break down the walls they built around themselves. And honestly, that makes the payoff so much more satisfying. But now I really want to hear from you. Which couple on this list had the best chemistry in your opinion? And do you think relationships that start with conflict are actually stronger in the long run? Or are they just more exciting to watch? Let's talk about it in the comments because I'm really curious what kind of love story you believe in.